Well, Coach, how did you enjoy your bye weekend? Get any time to relax in?
Well, I got to spend all day Saturday watching football games on TV. I don't know if that was good or bad.
What games did you watch?
Well, I watched them all. I mean, I flip back and forth. Don't ever watch a commercial. You know, that's a waste of time. You can learn something by watching somebody else. But, you know, I was particularly interested in the Wyoming UNLV game, and so I watched that whole thing. And then I watched a little bit of the SC-UCLA game and so forth and so on.
Well, one thing we know about Wyoming, and that's your opponent this weekend with a chance to win the conference title, is that they have a very good quarterback in this sophomore, Brett Smith, and just so happens he was named Mountain West Conference Player of the Week for his performance against UNLV, 412 passing yards, so I'm sure that caught your attention.
Well, they didn't even slow him down. I mean, he completed almost every pass. They ran up and down the field, especially in the first half, and scored almost every time they had the ball, and he's playing at a high level. He's thrown for, I think, almost 1,200 yards in the last 3 weeks, several touchdowns and no interceptions.
I don't know if this is good news or not, Coach, but looking at the forecast for Laramie for Saturday, 52 degrees, mostly sunny, very little chance of rain, and not overly windy, about 15 miles per hour. Does that make you happy, or do you feel like it doesn't matter too much?
Well, I don't think it matters too much, but that's unbelievable good weather for Laramie, Wyoming this time of year.
Do they run a spread offense similar to the ones that you faced earlier this season, or is it a little different attack?
Well, no, they're in a spread offense. They spread you from sideline to sideline and throw it around quite a bit, and if you put too many guys out in coverage, then they're able to run it. So it's similar to the offenses we struggled with early in the year.
We talked last week, and you said you expected them to be carrying a 3-game winning streak into this game against your team. Well, they are. How different are they now from what they were earlier in the season when they didn't have their quarterback and weren't playing quite as well?
Well, obviously they're much, much better now, and I'm sure they have a lot more confidence going into our game than they've had over up until the last 3 weeks. They've played really, really well, both on offense and defense, and they're probably where they were predicted to be before the season started. Now, I know they're disappointed in their year, but they can finish it out the right way, winning 4 in a row.
Of course, you guys can finish it out the right way, win 7 in a row, and grab a piece of the conference championship. How are you guys health-wise? How did the bye week do in terms of getting you guys a little rest?
Well, I think it did well. We practiced last night, and I thought there was some energy out there, and I thought some of the guys that were beat up looked a lot better. We still have some guys that are going to be playing with injuries that won't heal until, 4 or 5 weeks after the season's over. But I think it helped us. As long as we aren't rusty, I think we'll be fine.
Some teams, we're talking to head coach Rocky Long from the San Diego State Aztecs. Some teams, Coach, have trouble dealing with the success. You guys are on a 6-game winning streak. You've got a chance for a conference championship for the first time. Are you sensing any nervousness or tension on your team because of that?
No, I don't think that'll be a problem. I think that we'll be ready to play. I think that they'll play really hard. Now, I just hope that we haven't lost a little bit of an edge by sitting out over a week.
Coach Rocky Long is with us. Rocky, will you attack them the way you've attacked almost every team this year? Or are you going to, with an extra week, maybe try to put in a couple of different things that perhaps they haven't seen?
No, we're going to try to, we've been playing better the last 5 or 6 weeks by doing the same thing, so we're going to try to do the same thing, and hopefully we can execute well enough to win the game.
I know fans sometimes think when you get to the last game of the season, the coaches will just empty out all the trick plays that they never got a chance to use over the course of the year. Is there any truth to that at all? Do you have plays that you've been holding on to and, waiting all season to break out and may finally do so at the end?
Well, not just because it's the last game of the year. We might do some things to try to win the game if we think it'll help us win the game that we've had in our package all year long that we haven't run yet this year, but only if it helps us win.
How proud of you are you of this football team right now, though, Coach, after the 2-3 start, to be in the position that you're in, to have a chance to win the conference title? I know that's what you wanted going into the season, but the way things were after 5 games, I don't think a lot of us thought you'd be sitting in this position right now.
Well, I'm not sure we thought that either. I think we just kind of took it, as it came along, and we started playing a little bit better and won a couple games, gained some confidence. And confidence and momentum are amazing things in sports and in football especially. And as we got winning a few games, I think we started playing at a higher efficiency rate and won some more games, and now we're a pretty confident football team.
I know you said you watch college football all day Saturday. Did you get a chance to watch any NFL football? Ryan Lindley finally got an opportunity for the Arizona Cardinals, and I know there's some talk that he may get more of a chance as it moves forward. Have you heard it all from Ryan and see how his pro career is going so far?
Well, Ryan was around all last week because they had a bye week last week, so he was around here for 2 or 3 days, and we didn't get to watch it, but we heard he got to play some and played quite a bit, and I heard he played okay, and there's rumors out that he might even be the starting quarterback, and it's always fun to see a former player doing really well.
How about your current quarterback, Adam Dingwell? What are you expecting now from him with a week off, another week to prepare? I mean, 3-0 as a starter. I mean, that's something that not a lot of kids can accomplish, and he's done it for you.
Yeah, he's done a great job of filling in, and I expect him to play well this week, and I think he's going to have to play well this week for us to have a chance to win.
Regardless of how this season finishes, how much of an advantage will it be to have 5 games under his belt as the starter going into the offseason and getting ready? Presumably, I know you always like to have competition, but certainly he's going to have the edge now after getting this experience at the end of this season.
Well, I think being able to play as much and be a starter really gives you an advantage going into the offseason and being the starting quarterback for next year. I mean, he's the starting quarterback, and it'll be hard to unseat him. Someone would have to play really, really well to beat him out. But competition is a good thing for everybody. But the playing experience he got this year is immeasurable on what it does for the future.
Other than the weather, does Wyoming present any other specific challenges for you? The travel getting up there sometimes can be difficult. The crowd, anything like that?
I don't think we worry about any of that. We're more worried about how hot their quarterback is right now.
I know you also mentioned how their defense is good against the run, which is what you like to do, so I imagine you're looking at that as well.
Well, we are, and I think what they've done is what we have done. I think that they played poorly early on and got a little bit better, and then they won a game, and now all of a sudden they're playing at a very high level. So I know they want to finish it out right. It'll be senior day and all that stuff. It'll be a very, very competitive football game.
Don't let them finish it out the right way, Coach. It's a conference championship, San Diego State. Hopefully you guys deserve it. You earn it. You go out and get it on Saturday. We wish you the best of luck.
Well, I appreciate that, and we're going to have to earn it, but I appreciate us being in this position. I appreciate you guys. Thanks.